Hello everyone and welcome back to our witness channel and our little Chia experiment. Unfortunately, we had some problems with COVID. There were two cases in our son's class and we had to self-isolate for 2 weeks, which was a bit of a pain in the back because of the homeschooling and all that comes with it. So there wasn't actually much time to do a broadcast. And right 2 days after he was allowed back into school, he fell ill, and we had another week of basically self-isolation because he couldn't leave the house because he was so ill. Yeah, and now we are mostly back to normal. School is over, and I will use that opportunity to have some good, share some good news with you. Yeah, that's how we will uh, spend the afternoon at the bay. Where we live up north in the UK, it isn't that hot. We only have a 25-degree peak according to the Met Office, but still it looks like a nice day, and in a few hours we will be at the beach. So what has been going on over the last 2 weeks? Yeah, a lot of stuff has been going on with Chia, and you can see we still have the same network space that we had 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. Not much has changed here. The difficulty has risen just marginal to 2464, which is probably mainly down to two reasons. One of them being the new pooling is working, so people have moved on from one main pool to a lot of more diversity, and it looks like self farming is more and more becoming a thing of the past. Let's have a look what the Chia network price is at the moment. So at the moment we're looking at $165.88 for a Chia coin, which brings us closer and closer to what I thought would be the price in December. My prediction was around about $20 per coin, which in turn will, in my opinion, lead to a further decline in net space. We will see. I mean, I don't have a glass bowl, but I don't see the coin price stopping here. The trend is pretty clear, even though you can see there are always a few comebacks, but none of them lasted very long. So I don't expect the trajectory to change upwards in the near future. I expect the coin to go below the $100 mark, and then in turn the net space collapse to, let's say, about 15 to 20 exabyte. And then probably we will find a base somewhere, and then it will be worth buying plots. So if you then buy mobile plots and then farm without plotting, it might still be worth the effort. But our servers are not bringing in the money for the electricity. I will show you some pools. So there is a website which is called miningpoolstats.stream/Chia, and that gives you an overview, pretty good overview over the pools which are working at the moment, how much network space they occupy. So we can see the H pool has gone down to 11 exabyte, but it's still the biggest pool on Earth, and it is paying out the most still. I will feature 3 pools which I think are the ones to go to at the moment. My favorite being Egochia. It seems to be a fairly transparent pool. It is not difficult to join, and it has a calculator which gives you a pretty good overview about your daily earnings given the accurate and most recent price for the Chia. So as you can see, at the moment with 500 plots, you are earning around about $80 per month. So 500 plots are the equivalent of at least 2 24 gigabyte hard disks, terabyte hard disks. Sorry, I'm an old man. Which is an investment of around about $1,200. So you need 15 months to recoup your investment in the hard disks only, and from then on you might make some money if the price for the coin doesn't decline any further. If it actually halves again, then you would need 26 months to recoup your money on the hard disks, and then it becomes more and more irrelevant to plot because you don't even get the electricity costs. At the moment you're making still a little bit of money even after electricity if you have 500 plots already in place, because your 200 watt for the hard disks and the machine running the harvester are not costing as much as $2 per day. But it is obviously not a get rich quick scheme. So the other pools which are worth mentioning is the Chia pool, XGH pool. I don't know if it's the most reliable. It has had some downtimes over the last weak, and they were not very transparent with their downtime, and they didn't give much information. So I'm not so sure if that is the most reliable one. And then the other one, which is worth mentioning, is the space pool. And this also has limited transparency, and unfortunately there is no obvious calculator to see how much your farming would make you at the moment. So this is what the official Chia development is at the moment. There are some funny screenshots on Reddit. Yeah, this guy here posted his estimated earnings. So there were obviously some flaws in the implementation of the pooling software with FlexPool. And the funniest answer was, you are not supposed to take screenshots when using Bram's account. I love that one. Yeah, so your estimated earnings daily is 557 billion Chia, which would probably allow you to buy half the planet in a few months. But unfortunately that wasn't the case. It was just a flaw in the software, and they didn't actually send him the advertised Chia. He was not amused. Okay, so some people have problems, but it is spread pretty evenly through all the pools apart from the green Chia pool, which is the only one which didn't have any major downtimes during the setup and ever since. So somebody has got a job as a data center engineer thanks to Chia, so that is one thing which obviously is added benefit to farming Chia. And I wouldn't call Chia a scam. Still not. It is definitely not a scam, but it is a good example how you shouldn't set up a coin and how not to publish it. So the Reddit is pretty quiet at the moment. There's not much going on. We will see a switch in the wallet style in a few days, or no, not in a few days, in a few months, which is in the planning. So we will see how that works out. And yeah, what what is still valid is that a lot of pools don't charge fees for the next few days. So if you want to switch pool, you still can. Most of the pools are having 2 days left to switch to them without paying any fees. So the 22nd of July will be the last day when most of the pools where on the 27th of July will be the last day where most of the pools don't charge. But from the 23rd on, most of the pools will charge you a fee. So that was about it from the Reddits. NFTs and wallets are a big problem, obviously, because at the moment there is no way to delete the wallets, and there is obviously some confusion about wallets and keys in the general public. So you have to be careful about how you go on with your NFTs. Plan before you actually do something. Do not execute the NFT plot command or the plot NFT command before you know what you're doing, because every time you do that, a wallet is created and you have different, you start to have multiple wallets. I mean, it isn't such a problem, it is just a pain in the back. So that is what you have to look for. Otherwise, nothing apart from update issues with the 1.222 software. So the latest update wasn't that smooth. But yeah, we will, as I said, we stopped plotting. We are not plotting at the moment. And we will probably not go back to plot at all. My plans are to wait until the price for the Chia has settled down. With our servers, it is just not worth plotting because the electricity we would spend on plotting would be higher than the earnings. We have, as I said, we have three three plotters which are basically HP servers, and they run on 700-watt power supply units, so that is not worth the effort because our electricity costs are much higher than what we can actually earn. So it's not it's not economically viable. What we are looking for is, if the price in Chia collapses further, that there might be an opportunity to buy some of the plots and then see if we can just farm plots without plotting. That will be the way to look forward to. Or if the net space collapses, then it might be worth plotting with some of our old microservers which run on 200-watt power supply units, and then just make them plot 24/7 and then see if it's worth it. But at the moment, things are not going in a direction where it is actually worth it. So what else have we got? Yeah, due to the price drop in Chia, we looked out for some other things on the internet which are worth looking at. So what I can recommend strongly is Patrick Boyle and his videos on YouTube about finance. He is a real very very good seasoned financier who uh, also teaches at university, so he knows what he's talking about. I mean, you don't have to love his style. He is very sarcastic and very, very Scottish in his humor, but he knows what he's talking about, and his tips are pretty good. Not all of his videos are, but he's always fun to watch him. Another one is if you are into Ark and Kathy Wood, then this is another good YouTube blog or YouTube channel about how Ark is investing, with a lot of background information about Katie Wood's investment strategy. And I mean, Katie Wood isn't in possession of a glass bowl as well, and a lot of her investments are at least questionable because the stocks are pretty low in value or in market capitalization, which means she has the power of making her own fortune. But on the other hand, she is very successful, or has been very successful over the last years, and there isn't much of how could I say it? There aren't many symbols at the wall which state that she is losing the plot. So that is something which we also enjoyed watching, and of course she is also always worth listening to. And my absolute favorites at the moment, of course, are Matt Kors. He is a self-made investment guy who has set up a YouTube channel about a year ago, no, 7 months ago. He is basically shadowing AMC and GME, the two stock squeezes on Wall Street, and they are in a state now which in the case of GME have already had a payout, and AMC in my opinion is pretty close to becoming a payout. Let's have a look where they are at the moment. It is still pre-hour, so AMC is at 35.23 at the moment. That is above closing, above market closing yesterday. But what is remarkable is that we have already 1.3 million shares traded before the stock exchange even opens, so that is quite remarkable. You can see there are only 32,000 traded in GME, but there are 1.3 million traded in AMC, and AMC is probably opening at around about the closing yesterday, so there's a drop at the moment. Next thing we still have on our radar is the silver price, which is still within the channel between 21 and 24 euro, and nothing ultimately has changed here. We are still waiting for the squeeze to happen, but what we can see is that it is pretty stable over the last 6 months. If you are a trader, then this is a nearly perfect chart for trading. So that is about what we are watching at the moment. And those are the opportunities apart from futures on the main markets, which have paid out very well over the last few months. So there are a lot of opportunities to spend money and make some money at the moment, and of course there are a lot of opportunities to learn a lot about finance. So let's have a final look at our Chia price. So Chia is 166.15 as of 2 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Bitcoin should be around about just below the $30,000 marks. Ethereum has dropped quite heavy, but still no need to panic. Dogecoin has also fallen quite sharply. So the whole market is in deflation, and that is what you could expect. We will see a lot more of people cashing out. The money is looking for the safe harbors, and we will see how it pans out. I'm not too worried. This is just... I'm not too worried for Bitcoin. I mean, Chia is another thing, but I'm not too worried about the whole Bitcoin market. I think it will recover pretty soon. July and August are never the month with high volumes, so basically everybody is on holiday, and that usually has some kind of repercussion on the prices. That's why we say sell in May and walk away. So from September on, we will probably see some recoveries. I hope this was an interesting session. Yeah, we will try to be back on a more sustained schedule over the next few weeks. And I hope that the COVID will not bother us again. Yeah, we had our fair share. We started uh, with COVID right at the beginning of it, and now we also took the beating at the end of it. Even though we are all apart from the kids, which are not, but everybody else in our household is fully vaccinated, and still we managed to get it. So it isn't all plain sailing. I hope you have a good day and you enjoy the sunshine as well. Thanks for watching, and yeah, please like and subscribe if you want to, and have a very good day.